Hey, I'm Dane from Jim Pattison Subaru North Shore, and I just wanted to congratulate you on your new Forester. I'm just going to show you a few features on here. So if you're in a limited package, you do get your memory seats right up top. In order to set your seat, all you need to do is adjust the seat into position. From there, you can hold down the set button, and then whichever seat you want to adjust. So if I was to press it down and hit 1, it beeps, and we have now memorized our seat in that position. From there, I have my mirror control on a toggle. If I twist it to the left, I can control my left mirror. If I twist it to the right, I can control my right mirror, and in the center it's locked. I can't adjust anything. We do have our power locks right there in the door, as well as our window control, and our window locks are at the bottom. So once you're in your car, you'll notice above your left knee, there are a few more buttons. The top left button is for your power tailgate. On the right side, you have the memory for your tailgate. Right in the middle, we have our SRH off, which stands for steering responsive headlights. Underneath those buttons, we have our traction control right here on the left. Our auto start stop function is the A with the circle around it. So if we do not want the car to power off at red lights to save on emissions and fuel, we can press that in. And the last button we have here is going to be our blind spot detection if we need to turn that off. You do have a dial if you ever need to turn down the brightness of all your screens inside the vehicle. Say it's late at night and all the screens are kind of blinding. It's just like your phone brightness. So moving up towards the dash, you'll notice that you have your trip and your trip reset button right there. So you do have trip A and trip B if you like to judge your distance by the kilometer. On the left lever, we do have our headlight control. So down at the bottom position, you'll see a circle. That is off. From there, we have our automatic headlight function. We have our running lights, and then we have our headlights there. The inner ring will control our fog lights on and off, and I tend to leave my lights on automatic so I don't need to remember which setting to be on. On the right side of the lever, we have our windshield wiper control. So if I bring it down 1, that's going to be the first speed on my front window. 2 down will be my mid speed, and all the way down will be the fastest speed that you have on your windshield wipers for the front window. For the back window, I twist it up 1, that will be my intermittent speed, and 2 will be my constant speed. I can always change the timing between the wipes on this little dial right here. If I do need to spray my windshield wiper fluid, I can pull towards me to spray the front window, and I can twist this in part of the lever down to spray the back window. So on to the steering wheel. On the left side, I do have my media controls. The arrows will change your favorite radio stations or songs that you might have stored. Volume can go up or down on the toggle. We do have a source that will cycle through the AM, the FM, the Sirius satellite radio, Bluetooth, CD, and etc. And then we have an info button, and that will cycle through your menu screens in your infotainment system. Phone answer as well as voice command, and then we have a hang up button right there beside that. On the right side of the steering wheel, we do have our adaptive cruise control functions. In order to activate the cruise control, we can press the top right button. From there, once we're at speed, say 80 kilometers an hour, we can press down on the toggle to set our speed. From there, you do have restitution, so you can always speed up, speed down in 5-kilometer increments right there on the toggle. And then we have 2 more buttons here and here. The forward button, that's going to create a larger distance between you and the car in front of you. And the arrow kind of going down is going to bring you closer to the vehicle that's driving in front of you. It's all for proximity there. And the last button we have here, this is our lane keep assist. So this is what's going to keep us centered in the lane as we drive. If we do get the detection that we're veering out of a lane, this will pull us back in. Down at the bottom, we have our heated steering wheel button. So you just tap that to turn that on, tap again to turn it off. So above your rear view mirror, you will notice a few more buttons. On the right side here, we do have a picture of a car with a star and the words off. If you do press and hold this button for about 5 seconds, you will notice an amber light in your dash, and it's telling you that you've turned off the autonomous braking for the vehicle. The eyesight cameras have been turned off. To the left of that, we do have our lane departure warning. So if the car does beep at you and let you know that you are driving over the lines, you can press and hold for about 5 seconds once again, and that will turn off the lane departure warning. So right in the center, you'll notice your controls for your moonroof. So if you're in a 2020 Forester, you may notice that you have 2 more buttons right up here. You have a red SOS button for roadside assistance and emergencies. And then you have a blue info button for concierge services, or if you need information sent to the vehicle, maybe directions, anything like that. So under your 8-inch display, you'll notice your button for your hazard lights or 4-way flashers. From there, we have our climate control. This is dual zone climate control, so the two large rings will adjust the temperature for both captain and passenger. The small ring in the center will control your fan speed as well as the air recirculator. We have our on-off button right there and our auto fan. To the right, we have our front windshield defrost and our back window and mirror defrost. In the center buttons, you'll notice we have our air conditioner. Now this one we can control temperature and fan speed. And then we have our max air conditioner to the right of that. Now, when we do press the max air conditioner, it's going to blast the air conditioner on the coldest, highest setting. So if your car's been baking in the sun all day in the summer, it's a great feature. Mode will cycle through your fan position, be it feet, torso, just torso, feet and defrost, etc. And sync will pair the two temperatures on each side together. So whatever temperature the captain has set, by pressing sync, you will automatically set the passenger side to the same as the captain. The 2020 Forester has an automatic CVT transmission, and you'll notice in your gear shifter, we have park, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual mode. So in order to be in manual mode, bring the gear shifter down to drive, move it to the left on the fly, and from there you'll have paddles behind your steering wheel. You can shift up and you can shift down. So working our way down from the gear shifter, you'll notice your electronic parking brake. In order to activate or deactivate the parking brake, we just have to push down on the brake pedal, pull the lever up, you'll notice a red light turns on, that is activated. And same thing to turn it off, we just push down with our foot applied. Under that, you'll see the AVH, which stands for Auto Vehicle Hold. So if you're ever on a hill or at a red light and you don't want the vehicle to roll back, you can press that down, take your foot off the brake, and the car will not roll until you hit the gas. To the right of that, you'll notice your heated seat functions. We have high by pushing forward, low by pushing back, and right in the middle, we are off. There will be no heated seats. In between your parking brake and your heated seats, you'll notice a circular dial. That is your XMode. XMode is hill descent control, so if you're ever on a steep, icy driveway, or if you're off-roading and you tend to be losing traction, you can activate the XMode by twisting it to the right for deep snow and mud, or to the left for ice and gravel, and then you can push down to bring it back to normal. So in your Forester, you either have an 8-inch display screen or a 6.5-inch display screen. Now both the screens have the same functions. On the screen, you'll notice you have icons for your phone, apps, My Subaru, media, settings, and Subaru Starlink. Limited and above trims will have the integrated navigation. In order to pair your phone, you can just tap on the phone icon and it will prompt you immediately to connect your device. Just open the Bluetooth settings on your device and follow the procedure from there. We also have apps. That is where you're going to find your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, depending on the phone that you have. Now, in order to access these features, you do need to plug in your phone using the original USB cable. Using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto allows you to get Google Maps on any trim level. So if your car does not have the integrated navigation, you can still display it on your screen. So in the top left corner, you'll notice the icon for the My Subaru app. If you do tap on that, you'll see your options like make an appointment, roadside assistance, or concierge services. So on your Forester's 6.5-inch infotainment screen, which is controlled by the info button on the left-hand controls of your steering wheel, you'll notice we can cycle through a few different screen pages. This one here is our safety equipment screen. It will let us know, illuminated in green, which safety equipment features are on and operating. Now we have the car off at the moment, so you can see they are also off. The only function we have working is blind spot detection. This is our gyroscope and power distribution center. So on the right, we can see the angle of the vehicle, and on the left, we'll see where the power is going and which wheels are receiving it. This screen is our average temperature screen. So we do have our water temperature, we have our oil temperature, and then we have our average speed. If you have a Sirius satellite radio subscription, you will see your weather up top. Limited and Premier models have integrated navigation, and on your infotainment screen, you can display the speed limits and the street names. So this screen here is our radio information. If we're connected to our phone, it will display whatever we're listening to. Our fuel economy and range screen, and a clock. So once you select the info screen, you can press and hold the info button to go into the settings of the vehicle. And from there, you just want to use the arrows on the steering wheel opposite to your heated steering wheel to navigate through the settings of the vehicle. So when you're not in the info settings on your infotainment system, you can use these arrows to display different information in your center screen. So here we are at the back of your new Forester, and you'll notice you may have these handles. If you pull that, you can quickly release your seat. You also will find storage for your tonneau cover, as well as a spare tire with all tools needed to change the tire on the road. So that's it for a quick feature overview of your new Forester. If you do have any other questions or need a hand with anything at all, feel free to give us a call or come by the dealership, and one of our product advisors would be happy to help. Thanks for watching.